Mike McCarthy yesterday. Bobby was out at the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco as our Cowboys insider. He is going to San Francisco this weekend. Mike McCarthy was asked the question that everybody was waiting for after Jerry Jones joined us on Tuesday and questioned plays and scheme. Coach, what'd you think about what Jerry said?
Don't really have one. I talk to Jerry all the time. We've had time to go through the self-scout, so I can't really. I didn't see the comments specifically, so but I don't think we have bad concepts and bad plays. But I'll go back and check. But we're not where we want to be. I mean, that's clearly, and it ultimately is my responsibility, and I'm fully aware of that.
I'll go back and check. Is coach speak for F this place, man? That's what that is.
Did you need to hear it to have the same opinion as reading it?
Yes. I think that's important anyway.
Yeah. Did you hear it yesterday or just right now?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Didn't change it one bit, because reading that was my first thought, and then listening to it, it was just confirmed it. That's just coach speak. I'll go back and check, man. Of course you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go back and check. And I wouldn't even expect him to. We're running bad plays. Of course not running bad plays.
Do you ever talk to Amanda, and does she ever get so worked up that she starts chuckling, almost like a
no.
Yeah, okay, all right, sure. Because my wife gets that. My wife gets the anger builds.
Yeah.
She starts laughing when she's talking. I was like, oh, okay,
yeah.
All right. That felt like a little bit of what Mike McCarthy was doing yesterday. Sure, I'll check for you. I'll do that.
I want to ask Mike tomorrow at 6:30. I want to come across as, because yesterday even Bobby said he felt bad for Mike, and I want to come across as sympathetic tomorrow at 6:30 with him. And in a way, we need to phrase it and come up with the perfect way to ask it. I just want to ask Mike, is enough enough? Has the circus reached its peak? And way more than what you ever thought it could be being the head coach here, because I would just guess that Mike McCarthy, you asked the question last night, would McCarthy accept an extension back here? Let's say that they make the playoffs and he makes it to the NFC Championship game. Mm-hmm. They lose. Jerry deems that far enough. Here's your extension. He's probably taking it, but I could see this scenario in which he's like, no, my stock is high enough after the NFC title game. I can go become a head coach somewhere else. This place is freaking nuts, and it's freaking bonkers, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being undercut. I want to come across with that type of question to Mike tomorrow. Man, I know you don't want to throw your boss under the bus, but what the freak?
It's, it's more likely than not that he would take the extension. But I don't think it's a 0% chance at all that he would just say, hey, guys, I'm good.
Yeah. He's dying to be able to write the book passage and the chapters, right? In the Mike McCarthy book down the road about this place.
He's 60 years old. He'll be 61 in 2 weeks, ish. It's
Man, you guys are that tight. You know when his birthday is.
Google.
We didn't know it last year, remember?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. But yeah,
he wanted to go out for choppies.
I could absolutely see him just say, "Man, I'm good. I'm good. You wanna hire me? Fine. You wanna pay me $10 million a year? I'll say yes to $10 million a year. But short of that, I'm good."
I think he really likes Jerry, and I think he enjoys the players and everything else. But at the same time, I think it's also true that there are moments where he probably says to himself, I hate this job.
Yeah.
And I think that
it's like my house builder. I really love him, but they're just pushing me to the side and letting me deal with 15 issues. Like the execution of fixing, building the house, communication has gone to total complete S. And I hate dealing with it, but I like it.
You've already paid for the house.
Yeah, and I think I think there are moments where he, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and we'll probably get into more of this thought process when we talk about that ESPN article about the tours around the Star. But the idea of it can't just all be bad if you win 12 games 3 years in a row. That just doesn't happen if it's all bad all the time. So it's clearly, I think there are things about this job he really enjoys, but I bet there are moments where he sits there and thinks, my life would be a whole hell of a lot easier and more enjoyable if I didn't work here in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's specifically here in Dallas.
Of course. One more time, McCarthy and his plays and concepts.
Don't really have one. I talk to Jerry all the time. We've had time to go through the self-scout, so I can't really. I didn't see the comments specifically, so but I don't think we have bad concepts and bad plays. But I'll go back and check. But no, we're not where we want to be. I mean, that's clearly, and it ultimately is my responsibility, and I'm fully aware of that.
We'll go back and check. That has as good of a chance of happening as Mike McCarthy watching every play of the Cowboys heading into
this job.
his job and his opening press conference. Now, and so the overall question is Jerry Jones turning Mike McCarthy into a sympathetic figure? I felt that in the past couple of days with the chaos around here. As for business, Jerry told us Tuesday Micah Parsons and Deron Bland would be game time decisions, but Bobby, neither practiced yesterday.
Yeah, and this feels like there was a Deron Bland setback in the last week because he was so close to play, and now it's just like you're not out there practicing. And when we saw him yesterday, he was on cords and he wasn't even in uniform. He was just in sweats and doing stretches with Britt Brown. And so I would say it feels unlikely right now that those two are going to be ready. But, obviously crazier things have happened in both directions of guys playing when you didn't think they were. But I think that if I was going to say one was more likely, I feel almost like Micah might be, but I don't think either one is going to play.
Jordan Phillips, by the way, in that weight room piece from ESPN, The Distractions, one of the things I took from it, this was right before the Lions game, and a lot of tourists, people going through the building, saw Micah walk by, and they're like, oh my God, he's limping. Like, that's a few weeks away. They saw the really bad limp from Micah, and that was just before the Detroit game. Jordan Phillips, who, if memory serves me correct, accused the Cowboys of fake IRing him. He said I think my 21-day practice window has opened for my return. Nick Harris then had to confirm, yes, his 21-day window has opened. So it sounds like if they want or need him, Jordan Phillips could play. And then Nick Harris also with the story, Brandon Aubrey has been selected for jury duty. He did not get out of it. It's a felony, third-degree felony strangulation. I didn't know we were supposed to, be able to find out the details of the case and what it actually is. But Brandon Aubrey said, nope, I'm going to perform my civic duty. He's expected to return Thursday and Friday and back for the game on Sunday.
Yeah. Has the 297th District Court in Tarrant County not seen the Cowboys offense this season? Because I think he definitely falls under the excuse of, are you the primary caretaker of a person who is unable to care for himself or herself?
That's how I got out of it.
Yeah. I'm very jealous of this. I really want a good felony case. I want to be on jury duty for a felony. Sequestered, free hotel room. Get those Marriott points up for a while.
Could you imagine Choppy as the foreman on a jury? I think he'd love it.
Oh, I'd love it.
He'd lean into all sorts of tropes he's seen on TV and Matlock speeches and
like John Cusack and Runaway Jury. just try to just find a way to make some money off this. But
my buddy Goldberg, who is an attorney, he said, how did they not let him off? And I was like, why is his job any different from ours? He said, I get off jury duty because I'm an attorney. His appearance as a juror can be distracting. Judge should have let him go. He can easily manipulate others. I said, as the Cowboys kicker? He said, yes. I'm sure some fellow jurors are Cowboy fans and will follow whatever he says. If I served on a jury with Aaron Judge, I would do whatever he wanted. So I looked cool.
Not this time of year.
And I was like, that's stupid. He said, with the stupid thought that we would become friends, it's human nature.
Yeah.
So I was like, so no one with any type of notoriety whatsoever should ever have to serve jury duty.
I guess that's what he's saying. I have no idea what the attorney would say. Obviously, that's what he would say. But the most stunning thing here is Jerry doesn't have the power. He has the power to fire us, apparently. He has the power to get rid of this judge. Can he do that? You don't think he has more pull in Tarrant County?
I'll be completely honest. I am in that locker room. I travel with the teams. We spent a week in Oxnard. I'm not 100% confident if I saw Brandon Aubrey on jury duty, I'd know it's him.
Yes, exactly.
He would have to tell me.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Which he clearly doesn't seem like he's trying to get out of it.
Right.
Like, this seems like something that he wanted to do, which, good for him.
Yeah.
Good person. Morning show listener. It makes sense that he'd be a great person, but I saw a tweet yesterday from some sports law attorney that they said, this type of case, I would guess this is over in like 2 days. Like, this would be really
But
quick.
when Nick first posted it, everyone took it and said, oh my God, he's in danger of missing San Francisco. But you don't have to serve on the weekends, right?
Unless you're sequestered.
Unless you're
If it's a big murder trial or something, then
Maybe
yeah.
he just wanted to get sequestered so he wouldn't have to hear the Cowboys media coverage on like First Take and stuff and all the Jerry headlines because they don't want you to be influenced,
Right.
watch TV or the news coverage.
Is he going to get fined? Is he going to get fined for not speaking to the media? Is it Shireen? Do you still go to Shireen?
Calvin.
Calvin now.
You go to Calvin
For what?
for not speaking to the media.
And what's Calvin have to do with it?
Because Calvin's the Pro Football Writer's head.
Thanks for explaining it. Over on the San Francisco side, Debo, Kittle, Jennings out of
Jake Moody, the kicker. Both kickers missing practice.
Make a list.
Baby.
That's what NBC is going to do with Mike Tirico leading the way. Tirico will join us tomorrow at 9. They're just going to have the list of people out. The list of people that actually aren't playing in this one. And that is why the spread has dropped from 6, 5.5, 5 to now 4.
No Christian McCaffrey, no Ayuk, and then you don't have, like you just mentioned there, Debo, Kittle, and Juwan Jennings practicing. Those 5 players are 477 of Brock Purdy's 560 career completions. It's 85% of his career completions. The highest like career receiver that will be in this game if all 5 of them miss is Kyle Juszczyk, who's caught 29 passes from Brock Purdy in his career.
Oh, gosh.
Juszczyk versus Lipke, baby.
I mean, this feels very much, and we'll ask Babe about it at 8:40. This feels very much to me like a game where they just say 8 in the box. They can't throw at us today. They're not going to be able to. They don't have weapons.
Jennings special.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not even going to be playing.
Right.